40 years ago, 1979, Denzel and I were in a Joseph Papp production.
40 years ago in 1979, Denzel and I were part of a Joseph Papp production. Even if you're the most envious person on earth, you have to admire the enduring friendship between Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman. Their bond has lasted for decades, and they care for each other like brothers. So, it's not surprising to see Denzel going out of his way to support Freeman. I approached Morgan and said, "You know, I think maybe I could wound you, cut, slice, and so on." Morgan looked at me. He knows me too well. This is why he strongly disagreed with those attacking Freeman after the tragic death of his beloved granddaughter. Morgan Freeman is a fashionable guy, and he shouldn't have to worry about such matters. But that smile was forever dimmed by a heartbreaking incident involving her live-in boyfriend, who tragically stabbed her to death. It's remarkable how much Denzel respects Freeman. Therefore, as Freeman's idol, he looks out for him and warns him about potential dangers that might affect Freeman or those around him, including family members. Denzel believes that those targeting his friend are using this tragic incident as a cover, when in reality, they are concerned about Freeman's consistent revelations about the dark side of Hollywood. But before we delve further into the situation, let's examine what really happened to Freeman's granddaughter. An attorney for the man accused of murdering Morgan Freeman's step-granddaughter, Adina Hines, claimed in court that Hines had told her suspected killer about an inappropriate relationship between her and Freeman. Both Freeman and Hines had vehemently denied this accusation in the past. This incident marks the first time such a claim has been made outside of the gossip press. The suspect, Lamar Davenport, was charged with second-degree murder after authorities say he stabbed Hines over a dozen times outside their Washington Heights apartment on August 16, 2015. Hines was found lying in the street outside her home at 3 a.m. and was pronounced dead shortly after. Hines was Freeman's first wife's granddaughter, and Freeman later adopted her as his stepdaughter. She attended a graduate acting program at New York University from 2008 to 2011 and starred in Landing Up, which premiered in 2017. While prosecutors argued that the killing was intentional, Davenport's defense claimed that both he and Hines were under the influence of drugs at the time, and Davenport was in a drug-induced psychosis, making him not responsible for his actions. Throughout this ordeal, Freeman's staunchest defender has been his close friend and associate, Denzel. Freeman's career began during a time in the United States when the Hays Code was in place, which restricted the content major film studios could show, including banning interracial romances on screen. It endured for almost 40 years, from 1934 until 1968. During his early acting years, which included theater work and a role on the children's show The Electric Company, movies were still impacted by the remnants of the Hays Code. It wasn't until Freeman was 52 that he started receiving more substantial roles after winning a Golden Globe and earning an Oscar nomination for Driving Miss Daisy in 1989. During this period, Denzel and Freeman formed a lasting friendship, fueled by their shared desire to advocate for the less influential in Hollywood and expose its internal issues, which has landed both award-winning actors in hot water. Denzel himself has had immense success, so much so that Freeman once jokingly expressed envy of Denzel's career. However, even as Freeman expressed his admiration for Denzel, he acknowledged the generational progress of black actors in Hollywood. Speaking for black actors has always been Freeman's calling, despite the challenges he has faced along the way. Freeman's remarkable career spans both film and the stage. He initially made his mark in theater, a common starting point for many aspiring performers. However, unlike many actors, Freeman admitted that he preferred movies over the stage. He candidly explained why he would never set foot on a live stage again. Freeman revealed that he found live theater exhausting and grueling compared to the relatively more manageable workload and financial rewards of acting in movies. Despite his preference for film, Freeman's dedication to his craft shines through, captivating audiences with his exceptional talent and enduring love for his chosen art form.